It has to do with cigarette smoking, nicotine addiction, and cancer. And if you think Marlboro Man, who died of cancer, you've got something of the idea of where the plot's coming from. And it had a collection of extraordinarily colourful characters in it who held the interest. And it started off with the discovery of this but beautiful, and I mean beautiful, woman who'd been murdered, lying in woodland. The classic beginning, if you like. She was exceptionally beautiful. She wasn't an actress. She was a model, over 6 foot. Anybody who was on the set that day to see her without her clothes on in the woods, I seem to remember. And it was a freezing cold day, poor girl, and she was very brave about it. And lay down there in the wet and the cold above Turville at about 7:30 in the morning. And it was one of the most exciting beginnings to a Midsomer Murders I think we've ever had. And what came afterwards was a terrific story, and it had a clarity which is not always apparent in Midsomer Murders.
No sign of a struggle?
No, she let whoever it was take her clothes off her.
Sergeant!
Bit of hanky-panky in the woods. Maybe she stripped for them.
Or maybe he, she or they took her clothes off after she died.
Sir!
Yeah?
Over here!
There was a scene in it, a long scene, a long tracking scene outside a hospital. I'd arrived that morning to shoot this scene, and I hadn't had the pink pages, as they call them. Pink pages are rewrites, or new writings to make something clear which has otherwise been obscure. And I hadn't learnt it. And it was about 3 pages. So if you see some stumbling around among the words in that long explanation scene, you'll understand why. It's because I didn't know what I was saying, or why I was saying it.
Then she comes down here, books into a hotel, and at 5:30, according to the maid, she has an argument. But we still don't know who with.
Maybe that was Draycott.
As far as we're concerned, Draycott doesn't exist.
There was a wonderful character in the piece who ran the hotel at which the dead lady had stayed when she'd come over to this country in pursuit of her revenge. And he was probably one of the nerdiest anoraks we've ever had on the screen. He was a hotel owner, much given to spying on young ladies. Dubious sexual habits he had. His mother was dying suitably awfully upstairs in a back room. There was one moment I remember, there was a shot of him just before he got his throat cut. He was stepping naked into the bath, and he was singing a song, and steam was coming up round him. And we didn't know what song he should be singing. So I suggested he should be singing that old Dusty Springfield song, Just Don't Know What to Do With Myself, you see, as he sat into the steaming water. Because of Midsomer Murders has to do with sexual liaisons of one kind or another, mostly illicit, dreadful or perverted, one of those. We can't show nudity, of course, because it's a family show in some sense. But we get away with sexual references by the time-honoured British tradition of using the double entendre. For example, there's a lady writing about her, or talking about the demise of her husband, his death, and she remarks, there's only about 8 inches of my husband that I miss. And you think, yes, but by the time you thought that, you're away to another shot. So it's beautifully done in that respect. And there's a lot of it around if you care to look hard enough at it.